Leading off the Brantford, center fielder Andres Risquez.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Toronto Maple Leafs baseball. We're getting set for the Toronto Maple Leafs to take on the Brantford Red Sox. We're underway here. That's a swing and a miss for strike one. We got Zach Sloan on the mound, taking on Andres Risquez, the leadoff batter for the Brantford Red Sox. My name is Eric Pinkella. Thanks for joining us. Joining me for this game is my co-commentator Corey Graham. And Corey, we should be in for an interesting game here. This is a rematch of Wednesday's game. The Leafs won in Brantford by a score of 3-2. So Brantford going to look to see if they can get some revenge here as they take on Zach Sloan and the Brantford Red Sox. There's a swing and a miss for strike three. Risquez is down on strikes. And the Leafs are off to a good start here.
Yeah, and as you were saying, Eric, the Red Sox definitely looking for revenge today as they went down 3-2. And you mentioned before there were a lot of base running mistakes in Toronto's favor that game. So if that bodes any favor towards them, they should have no problem with this game.
Yeah, a couple of big mistakes from the Red Sox. First pitch from Sloan to Wilson Soriano, the shortstop in this one, that's fouled off. A few big mistakes in that one from the Red Sox. The Leafs were able to take advantage. Soriano was actually caught stealing third to end the inning. And a crucial point in that game, they had their best hitter, Ricky Murray, at the plate. And there's a mistake there from the Maple Leafs. That ball's thrown away, and Soriano is going to end up at second. So it reached second on the throwing error by the shortstop, Bornstedt.
It was a good reach there by the first baseman, Burdette, but I think that is going to be a throwing error. You're right, Eric.
Absolutely. So Soriano reaches here.
About it to Brantford, catcher David Mendham.
That'll bring up the catcher, David Mendham.
Sorry, looking at the wrong point there. That was Spick on first base.
Zipic, the first baseman there. Mendham takes it away for ball one.
Maple
Leafs from this one coming off of a loss on Friday in London. The score was 11-3 in favor of the Majors. Scoring 9 runs off of the starter Justin Cicitello. He took his first loss of the season. So they're looking to get back on the horse. Brantford, meanwhile, yesterday beat the London Majors, the same London Majors, by a score of 13-10. So the Red Sox are going to try to keep their roll going here. Here's a pitch from Sloan. Taken for a strike.
So far, Sloan showing some good pitches out on the mound. Should really be 2 outs right now with that error that was in place, but it was a good strikeout to start the game. Got him swinging.
Absolutely, a strikeout to start, and then what might be a throwing error, or see how the official scorer rules it on that rounder from Soriano. Bornstedt with the throw. Zipic couldn't scoop it out. It went to the backstop, so Soriano going. Sloan going to try to get him. The throw down to third, and another base running mistake from Wilson Soriano. He's gunned out. Nice awareness from Zach Sloan, and Soriano is out, and that's 2 out now. Base is now empty.
Soriano throwing away his on-base chance there as he got on an error, and then takes off way too early. Sloan's able to pick him off before he throws the pitch.
And time is called. The base came off out of the ground there, so the umpire is going to get that set up. And we were just mentioning the base running mistake from Soriano in Wednesday's game against the Maple Leafs. We see one early in this one here. Another golden chance for the Red Sox. This time a chance to take the lead on the Maple Leafs early in this one. And Soriano got a little bit too aggressive on the base paths once again.
And their last game wasn't a high-scoring affair. It was a 3-2 game, so any run that they can get, especially early on in the game, really means a lot, and that's a chance thrown away. He was in scoring position already.
And the Red Sox right now sitting in 5th place in the IBL with a record of 8-12. Maple Leafs sitting in 4th place, so both teams are kind of right where they were last year, at the end of last year. So they're both trying to move up here in the standings. having some real issues with the third base right here. Trying to get this situation fixed.
Your entire day here at the park today. Lots of great prizes, including a couple of fold-up chairs up for grabs, a wall clock, 2 coolers, of course our main prize, 4 50-year tires. 4 50-year tires. Raw tickets are $3 each, 5 for $10. You see Al, he's coming around. Again, those tickets are $3 each, 5 for $10.
Thanks, sir.
Good provision at our concession stand and center field pop.
Daniel Speak.
As well,
There we go.
on sale
At first base today.
I was also just about to mention, you don't like your starter standing around this early in the game. I know you can't control the stuff going on, but hopefully they get the third base figured out. But still early on here in the first inning, and just over around 15 pitches thrown for Sloan so far.
Yeah, certainly not a good time for it to happen right after the game got underway. Everyone's starting to settle into their groove, and this is going to upset it a bit. And it looks like they're really still having issues with the third base, trying to get it set back up, trying to get it back into the ground there. And once that gets fixed, we'll be ready to start this game up again. And it looks like it's back in the ground, so that's Damon Topley, the Maple Leafs manager, is also playing DH today, pounding it into the ground. So he's really doing some double duty, maybe triple duty.
He's a jack of all trades
for the
out here.
Maple Leafs, absolutely. So Topley goes back into the bench. The players get back to their positions, and it looks like we're about to get started once again here. So the batter here is David Mendham, the catcher. Resume this at bat here. Here's the pitch from Zach Sloan, and that's a grounder that goes foul on the first baseline. Sloan will get back. Sloan started the last home game for the Maple Leafs as well. That was last Sunday on Canada Day against the Hamilton Cardinals. That one's fouled off to the backstop.
It's a windy day out here today at Christie Pitts Park. A nice day though. Sun shining down. It's better than a rainy day, that's for sure.
Absolutely. With the heat we've been having across all of Southern Ontario, it's nice to get a little bit of wind and a not so hot day as Mendham strikes out there. So good inning for Zach Sloan. Gets 2 strikeouts, and Red Sox go down in order thanks to the aggressive base running from Wilson Soriano that leads to them out of this inning. So that ends the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom half. The Maple Leafs coming up to bat. It'll be Tamani, Hornestash, and Marcus Necht.
Leafs are back in action Tuesday night in Hamilton. The 7:30 p.m. start, and they're back here on Wednesday, July 11th, to host the Kitchener Panthers. It's a 7:30 p.m. start at Christie Pitts again. It's Wednesday night against the Kitchener Panthers.
getting set for the bottom of the first inning here. Second baseman Grant Tamani going to lead this one off for the Toronto Maple Leafs in the bottom of the first, and pitching for the Brantford Red Sox is the left-hander Kurt Horn. We saw Kurt Horn in the recent game again on Wednesday against the Maple Leafs. He pitched an inning of work in that game, so Maple Leafs are a little bit familiar with him.
And just taking a look here at the Maple Leafs offense, their averages are through the roof at this point in the season right now. I mean, Tamani starting off, he's fourth on the team in batting average, and he's hitting .320, playing about 16 games, seeing action in about 16 games so far this season.
First pitch is inside for ball one. And Horn, who pitched an inning of relief in that game, making the start here. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's taken inside for strike one.
Behind the plate today for Brantford, we've got David Mendham. And as I was about to mention there, he's played in about half of their games so far this season, maybe more. But he himself is not doing too bad. He's having a .304 on the year. So look out for him with the bat in his hands.
Yeah, Mendham, not the typical everyday catcher for the Brantford Red Sox. That's usually Ricky Murray. He was probably the best hitter for the Brantford Red Sox, leading the team offensively in a number of categories, but he's off today, not in the starting lineup. So Maple Leafs catch a bit of got to be a little bit relieved at that, but still plenty of hitters for the Leafs to at least have to worry about in this Brantford Red Sox lineup. Here's the pitch from Horn to Tamani, and that's taken, and it's called strike three. Tamani down on strikes. The strikeout to lead off the game for Kurt Horn. That'll bring up Aaron Hornestad.
Hornestad's sixth game this season. Doesn't have many at-bats. We haven't seen too much of him, but he's sporting an average under 200 right now.
I believe Hornestad's first game was actually on the July 1st Canada Day game, so very new to this team, only played a few games for them. Trying to make his impact here. Takes a strike there.
Lefty versus lefty, it's a tough matchup. That one's in the dirt.
In the game against Brantford, Hornestad was playing shortstop, and he tried to get the attention of his pitcher, Pedro de los Santos, and brought him off the mound, and a walk was called. De los Santos was not happy with Hornestad after that. You could see him actually getting pretty vocal to Hornestad on the mound there, so Hornestad is going to try to maybe make up for it a little bit here. In that inning, that block actually led to a sacrifice fly that tied the game for the Red Sox. So Hornestad is going to try to make up for it here with his bat. Here's the pitch, that's outside.
3-0 count right now.
A windy day here at Christie Pitts Park. Lots of fans coming out to support the Toronto Maple Leafs here. That one's outside, ball four. Hornestad reaches, and that's going to bring up Marcus Necht.
Not a good at bat there from Horn. Threw two in the dirt, threw one away.
So
let's see if the Maple Leafs can take advantage of that on the base paths. If one gets away here, maybe move up to second.
Here's Marcus Necht. He'll come to the plate. Coming in July, he was struggling with the bat at about a 150 average, but he's really turned it on the last few games. Had a 2-for-4 night against the Brantford Red Sox on Wednesday, including a 2-run home run in the first inning.
Hitting 221 on the year. He's a former Blue Jays prospect. Signed at the beginning of the season.
So he's starting to find his way with this Maple Leafs team. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled off. It's going to go behind the backstop,
just to the right of our little broadcast booth here.
I'm still waiting for a ball to come up and towards us to where we need to make a play for it, Corey. But so
Hopefully
far
it
this
doesn't
year,
hit the
nothing
camera.
yet. Yeah, absolutely. That's my biggest fear. But I will make the play I need to make to protect our camera and our laptops. Here's the pitch. That's way inside.
Again,
Connect
the
that to-
same spot that Horn's thrown those pitches away in the right-handed batter's box, right in the dirt. That's a couple pitches now. Let's see if he can find his spot again and get it back in the zone.
Yeah, he's having a bit of issues so far in locating that strike zone. See if that continues here. Here's the pitch on the way to connect, and that's fouled off. So Connect making him work for the strikes here. Horn is right. He's got to wait for Connect to get back into the box.
We got Mike Reeves, the cleanup guy, on deck. Runner on first base.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 3. Connect goes down. That'll bring up the catcher, Mike Reeves. As you mentioned, Corey, batting cleanup today.
And batting for catcher Mike Reeves.
Mike Reeves, the catcher today for the Maple Leafs.
Reeves with the runner on first, 2 out here. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1.
Hornacek taking a short lead off first base, not taking any risks here.
And that one's popped in the air and playable for the third baseman. Rizquez playing third base. He makes the catch, and that ends the inning. So a 0-0 tie as we go into the top of the second. The Brantford Red Sox coming back up to the bat. Oh, no worries.
You can purchase your draw tickets, $3 each, 5 for $10. Today is Goodyear Tire Day. Big prizes include a couple of fold-up chairs, a wall clock, 2 coolers, of course the grand
For
prize,
sure, yeah.
4 Goodyear tires. And the tickets are $3 each, 5 for $10.
Here, just need a thing to put on this so it doesn't. Yeah, put that there. This is the awkward in between inning time, like we're still alive, but it's like nothing to report. So we'll get this top of the second started here. Zach Sloan coming out for another inning of work here. And up here first for the Brantford Red Sox is the first baseman, Nick Burdett.
Burdett hitting .247 on the year. He's got 2 home runs.
Here's the pitch from Sloan, and that's check swing
Stuck in the
foul, and
fence.
it goes stuck into the fence.
It's impressive.
You don't see that every day.
Now they got to go out and knock it down before we can start playing.
And again, the jack of all trades, the manager, Damon Topley, out there to grab it. It's the on-deck batter who grabs it, hits it back to the umpire.
We're back up at the battery here.
0-1 pitch to Sloan is away for ball 1. Sloan working quickly. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. A little bit off speed stuff, and Burdett was out in front of it.
Sloan working a lot quicker this inning. Basically, as soon as Burdett's back in the batter's box, he's ready to throw.
1-2 pitch. it's taken for strike 3.
Looking as well.
Burdette didn't like it. Looked like it may have been high, but the umpire gives Sloan the call. The Maple Leafs will take it. So there's one away here in the top of the second. That will bring up the designated hitter, or excuse me, the right fielder, DeAndre Ashbury Heath.
So the backwards K is a good way to start off the second inning here for Sloan.
Now batting right field, DeAndre Ashbury Heath.
So here comes Ashbury Heath taking on Zach Sloan here. First pitch of that at bat, and he shows bunt. It's on the third base line. Great bunt, and the third baseman, Zach Orchard, can't handle it, and Ashbury Heath is aboard.
That's a tough play. That's a really good bunt right down the line. It basically forced Orchard to go for the bare hand and wasn't able to pick it up. That's going to be an infield hit for sure.
Yeah, that will certainly go down as a base hit. I don't think Orchard was going to get him at first base, even if he had come up with it. And here comes the designated hitter, Dan Jagdale.
So we got to watch out for the speed there on first base now. Taking a healthy leadoff.
Ashbury Heath in the game against the Maple Leafs, that was actually his first game on Wednesday in the IBL, and on his very first at bat, he hit a home run. And he's off, and he's in trouble in a pickoff play here. Sloan gets him over to first, and Ashbury Heath is tagged out, and he dropped the ball.
It looked like
Sloan dropped the ball, but it looked like Ashbury Heath tried to swat it out of his hand.
Yeah, it looked like he did that with his hand there. The umpire made the call as safe, but looked like a little A-Rod move there.
Absolutely. You gotta wonder how the ball got out of his hand there, but Sloan drops it. In any case, the umpire calls him safe, and Ashbury Heath dodges a big bullet there. That could have been the second base runner of the day for the Red Sox to be picked off.
Yeah, despite being safe, that's another base running error for the Red Sox.
There's another pickoff, and Ashbury Heath gets back this time.
And notice he's taking a much shorter lead now. Doesn't want to get stuck in a pickle again.
Absolutely. So meanwhile, Jagdale still hasn't seen a pitch. The first pitch he sees is popped into the air. That's a fly ball out. Making the catch there is Marcus Connect.
So allowed out number 2 there for Jagdale.
And that'll bring up Anthony Rizquez. He's playing third base today for the Red Sox.
Brantford third baseman Anthony Rizquez.
You mentioned, Eric, before that he hit a home run in his first at-bat in his first IBL game. Showing a little bit of power there. That was a loud out number 2. Just got a little bit too much under the ball, but that could have easily found its way out of the park.
Yeah, Jagdale, it's a windy day here. I wonder if the wind may have played a bit of an impact there. It was a really high fly ball. So
nobody can drop in on that now.
Hard to tell, but certainly a lot of power there from Jagdale. So here's Rizquez. Not as much power in his bat, but he can be crafty when he gets on base. That one's away.
Ashbury Heath expecting a pickoff there, moved back to first base. Sloan, lefty, both lefties out here today. That's an easy pickoff to first base for those lefties.
And you wonder with 2 outs now if Ashbury Heath is going to try to go here. Not going here. There's the pitch, and it's taken away. See if you can push the envelope a little bit if you're the Brantford Red Sox and get Ashbury Heath in scoring position. But with a couple base running mistakes already, they might just try to play it safe here. Let's see. That one is fouled off. That'll go out of play.
And with the second baseman for Toronto, playing a little close to the bag, expecting that steal. There's a little bit less room right up the middle. So the best place to hit it right now would be the opposite way.
Here's the pitch from Sloan, and a liner that's going to drop in for a base hit in front of the center fielder, Connor Lewis. Ashbury Heath will stop at second as it went right in front of Lewis.
And I'm going to have to eat my words there as he hit that directly back up the middle.
So he finds another good place to put it.
Second baseman Nick Burnell.
And that'll bring the second baseman up, Nick Burnell.
Not to be confused with Nick Burdette.
Yeah, we hopefully won't be making that mistake throughout the whole broadcast. But here's Nick Burnell. Swing and a miss. Bad looking swing there from Burnell. Sloan had him fooled. Sloan's still operating pretty quickly. He tends to slow down a little bit when he's got runners on.
He's been placing the ball pretty well too. Hasn't thrown it away or away from the spot shown too much.
That one
shown a lot of command. Sorry, Eric.
No worries. That one a little bit off the plate. Goes to 1-1. Sloan's trying to get out of this jam here. Keep the Red Sox from opening up the scoring. Here's the 1-1. That one's low for ball 2.
2 runners on, 2 out here in the second inning.
And Sloan ready. Here comes the pitch. And that's grounded foul. Just foul on the third base side.
Orchard picking up the ball. If you remember, he started off the inning with that tough play, that bunt from the runner now on second base. Ashbury Heath had to barehand it and couldn't quite get the hand on the ball.
And here's the pitch from Sloan. And that's grounded, and it's gonna. And Lewis does not make the catch. That's gonna score a run. Ashbury Heath comes in to score. Rizquez goes all the way over to third, and it looked like Lewis had a chance to get that one, but it drops out. Couldn't make the play in center field, and the Red Sox open up the scoring. It's 1-0.
So that run bites a little bit for Toronto, who could have had Ashbury Heath out at first base when he was caught in the rundown, but he eventually comes around to score.
Yeah, you got to look back at that pickoff play. Sloan dropping the ball there. Certainly comes back to bite the Maple Leafs with 2 out. The Red Sox open the scoring. That'll bring up Sebastian Leck. Leck playing left field today for the Red Sox. And Sloan still has to get out of a jam. It's first and third with 2 out.
What's the score?
It's 1-0 for the Red Sox now. That one was fouled off.
Now down at the bottom of the lineup, this is the 9-hole for the Red Sox.
Pitch from Sloan on the way, and that's taken for a strike.
And in the batter's box is Andres Rizquez playing third base. Sorry, he's playing center field.
His brother, Anthony Rizquez
playing third base.
is playing, and that's a strike 3 called. So the Maple Leafs get out of it without any more damage, but the Red Sox take the lead. It's now 1-0 going into the top of the second. Maple Leafs due up. Did you lose track of it? Yeah. It's hard to do all that stuff at once.
Because when I was keeping the pitch count, I was losing track of the count, the at-bats, and I was like, okay, now you know what the count is.
Exactly. Batter at this thing. 65. Holy goodness. This may not make it.
Because I have my charger. Do you have the charger for that?
For this?
Yeah.
I do, yeah. Do we have anything to plug it into?
Yeah, I could run and get somewhere.
From where? Come to that. 130 minutes. I'm going to turn this Twitter off. Yeah, it's OBS. It's just sucking. So Kurt Horn getting set to start off the bottom of the second here against the Maple Leafs. Due up for the Maple Leafs here is Zach Orchard, and then Damon Topley, the manager, playing DH as well today. Then Daniel Speak due up third. Throw down to second, and that'll bring up Orchard.
Pacific is playing first base today.
Leading off for Toronto, third
Last
baseman,
inning,
Zach
first inning,
Sloan.
Horn didn't allow any hits, but he did have a base runner on when he walked Hornestage.
So here's the third baseman, Zach Orchard. He'll come in trying to get the Maple Leafs, trying to even the score here for the Maple Leafs. They're down 1-0 to the Brantford Red Sox. Here's the first pitch from Horn of the inning, and that's taken for strike one. The pitch from Horn, and that's popped in the air. It's going back towards the wall, and it's gone. Zach Orchard.
Opposite field as well, Apotaka for Orchard. That becomes his second home run on the year.
Orchard hit it, and it looked like it didn't have the juice to get out, but it just kept carrying. Maybe the wind helping him out a little bit there, but
Now batting for Toronto, designated hitter,
regardless.
Damon Topley.
That evens up the game now. Good way to start the second inning.
just the start the Maple Leafs wanted. Here comes the designated hitter and also the manager, Damon Topley. And that's taken for strike one.
Topley hitting .261 on the year. He's also got a home run in his stats.
This is now the third straight game that Topley's played in for his Maple Leafs. There's a swing, and that might be trouble. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Into left field, Topley reaches. And a little looping single there. And Topley's aboard. That'll bring up Daniel Speak.
Now batting for Toronto, first baseman Daniel Speak.
Daniel Speak in the last game against London, it was an 11-3 loss for the Maple Leafs, but Daniel Speak had a good night. He was 2 for 2, 2 walks and 2 runs scored. And we'll see what he can do here against Kurt Horn, showing bunt there, but he brings it back for ball one.
Well, let's see if he can work the count. Horn working a lot in the zone this inning, but in the first, he was a little bit all over the map when he gave up that walk.
And that's away for ball two there.